I asked Cannondale to send me a gravel bike. This thing is incredible. A kind of suspension linkage here, £4,800, 19.2 pounds. So this is my first experience of mud on a graveler. Oh God, wow. Oh, I keep forgetting to clip out. Oh. Let me tell you a story. Hey folks, I asked Cannondale to send me a gravel bike to try out, thinking they'd send me a normal one. They only went and sent me this top of the range Topstone. I've already been out on a gravel bike once. If you want to see that, you'll see that up here. Now, they sent me this beautiful thing you'll see behind me. It's a Topstone. Let's have a look. So let's talk carbon. This thing is incredible. Everything is carbon on it. They have this proportional response layup, so these things are laid up especially for the size of the rider. So say a 56 and a 54 are laid up differently so that it feels differently for the basically the height and the weight of each rider. Now this thing has a kind of suspension linkage here, and it kind of, I guess it works on the flex down here. It's absolutely state of the art, carbon everything. We got carbon rims, we got WTB 700C tires, we have SRAM's Posh E-Tap. This is the Force stuff, so this is all Bluetooth electric. Same here, same there. How many on the back? 1, 2, 3, 12 gears on the back. Amazing how this stuff works. We have carbon cranks, carbon seat post, the super comfy fabric saddle. We have enough bottle mounts to start your own bottle factory. We got one here, we got here on the top of the top tube, here extra ones for luggage, these beautiful carbon forks, disc brakes which are also SRAM. We got up here, we got their own beautiful bars. The carbon forks also have a carbon steerer tube, and it has here a mount for Garmin. As you can see, I've got my Magic Shine light on because I might be out after dark. Left it a bit late today. And this thing is so simple looking. All you got coming out of that cockpit are these two here for the brakes. I took the wheels out when I was putting this together, and these axles here, oh, we got more luggage points here. These axles are pretty unique, so you unscrew them and they come out about 20 mil, and then the wheel just drops down that way, kind of through here, a bit like a cross between QR and Maxwell. Very clever. This thing looks super nice, comes in at £4,800, so it's, you know, this is the top model, and it weighs a ridiculous 19.2 pounds. It's so light. So enough chat about it, let's get out and see how it rides. Right, well, straight away from the start, the gears are confusing me just because I'm not used to it. These E-Tap gears, pretty weird. So the left shifter goes up the block at the back, and then the right shifter goes down the block at the back, but if you press them both together it will change the front shifter. Pretty nifty. I think it'll take a bit of getting used to be fair, but it feels incredible, that shifting. But the most noticeable thing on this bike immediately is how nice the back end feels with that little teeny bit of suspension. I thought, oh, it's a bit gimmicky, you're not going to feel it. Oh my god, you really do feel it. It's very surprisingly noticeable. It's a really comfy ride. This is a 54, which I guess don't know if you class that as a medium. Do they class it as a medium? Yeah, it's got a big M on the down tube, and I'm 5'10", and I was a bit skitsing that it would feel too small. You know what? It feels pretty nice. Cruising along this gravel path on my way up to the local wood, you can feel just how fast it rolls on these WTB Riddlers. These are 700 by 35 mil. I think it's 35 mil by 35 something, and I've got them set at around 30 psi front and rear. Maybe changing that as I go along, I don't really know. I'm just using that as a base setting. But the comfort of this thing is it's really blown me away, actually. Woo! Right, let's get into our first little bit of woodland. Give this a proper off-road testing. So this is a hill used a lot in the lockdown rides. Pretty steady stuff. Still good fun on a mountain bike, and I think actually it'll be perfect for a gravel bike. Now, the last time I rode a gravel bike, it was proper midsummer. There was no mud about. So it's my first experience of mud on a graveler, and a bit of wet, crappy conditions. Yeah, it's a windy old day, and also first time sort of riding non-e-powered. It's certainly easier to ride. I've said this before in my last vlog. It's certainly easier to ride up a hill than a normal mountain bike. So I'm on a pretty mild gradient hill now, and I've got her into first. Smallest on the front, biggest on the back, and I'm up. But as soon as you get up and put your toe down up the climbs, God, the lightness of this thing is kind of effortless. Oh yeah, you alright?
Yeah, good, thanks.
Thanks. Right. Oh, got a big wheel spin then as a rock moved. This is the steepest, one of the steepest climbs I'll do here anyway. And although the gearing is nowhere near as high geared as on a mountain bike at the back, I'm still managing to ride it up because of the weight and the lack of rolling resistance. Oh, I got a bit of wheel spin though. Had to sit down again. Well, I got up it all right. I'm pretty out of breath. I think that's more due to me and lack of fitness, and I'm pretty warm with this waterproof on. But enough of that nonsense. I've got to put a bit of air in the back tyre. I think it's just lost a bit. And you want to see, like me, what it's like on a downhill, more of a mountain bike downhill. Right, let's sort this tyre out. Oh, there you go. See it there. That'll do. Good guesstimate. Right, here we go. First time I've ridden a more specific mountain bike trail. God, I can't hit that turn as quick as normally on a gravel bike. Now, there's a bit of a drop in here. Slightly concerned about it, but I'll have a go. And the jump. Oh God! It's alright, it's made my peak come down. So it's a heavy landing. I can't get my hands off the bars to put the peak back up. Wow! Jesus. Yeah. That's certainly challenging. Wow. I don't think I'll be doing any more drops. So now we've got like a bumpy, rooty bit where there's a bit of suspension. And you can definitely feel it working. But you have to make sure. Alright? Make sure you use this track right so that you can not spin out on the turn. Oh God! I'll do this one. Yeah, as soon as you're in this sort of more mountain bikey downhill position, you can feel the sort of pressure on your hands and your forearms. But it's alright. It's nice. At the end of the day, it's not a mountain bike. Oh, keep losing the front. So to me, whoa, this is about, I know you got Ben Moore and people like that who will take them on the rougher stuff. For me, this is about as rough as I want to get on one of these things, especially in the wet and grip. Here's a bit of an option, a bit of an issue, should I say, and it certainly makes the ride more exciting. I'd like to ride with it. There we go. I'll ride with my hands on the top bit. I know there's a proper name for that. They're the hoods. They're something else. But as soon as you get a bit of pace on, sod being on the top, I need to be by the brakes. Definitely a matter of foot out on some of these turns as the front end goes. It's actually nice to settle into a climb after you've been scaring yourself down stuff like that. So this is more of a mellow walking trail, also for mountain bikes as well. You can see the little blue doofer there. Usually find this pretty boring on my mountain bike, but I think this will be like the perfect trail for this thing. I have to say, compared to the one I rode last time, which was like a mate's older, more budget gravel bike, this thing is so much more comfortable. You've got that suspension bit at the back, even to the point holding on to the hoods. And I think the fact it's got the disc brakes, you know, you only need to give it a gentle tap with each index finger to get it braking. You don't need any more than that. And definitely feels like the sizing's right. I mean, obviously if you were looking at something like this, go onto the Cannondale website and check them out. These things are serious state of the art when it comes to a gravel bike. So well built, so well spec'd. You go, is that muddy? Yes. You go straight through it. They just slide through the mud puddles, whereas you expect them to sort of slow down and splash the hell out of you. They just cut their way through. A bit like in the old days when we had skinny mud tyres in downhill in the 90s. It was great until you hit any sort of non-mud stuff, rocks and roots. But yeah. Oh, fantastic ride so far. So what I'm finding on the drops with the lack of tyre grip, obviously these are proper like semi-slip. They've got grip on the outside, but very minimal on the inside to turn and to really weight the front and carve it in and just, yeah, ride a lot steadier than I would on a mountain bike. But obviously that's what you've got to do, isn't it? But should I be comparing it with a mountain bike? It's not a mountain bike, it's a gravel bike. You know, I need to take it on the road in a bit and see what the road's like. So for me, this is what gravel biking is all about. On this kind of fire roady type track, I actually don't think you could find a more comfortable ride than a gravel bike that's like leg propelled. And as for this gravel bike, wow, certainly comfortable with that rear suspension. Right, time to try it on a bit of slow technical stuff and see how it fares. Yes, like that then. This is quite techy. It's always used to be a bit techy on the mountain bike. Yes. Alright, when you're getting steadier, it's amazing what you can get through on these things. Oh my god, the speed you can keep on bits like that. Unbelievable. You just like attack it. Wow. That is good fun. We get through this bit. Yes, easy. Easy. Super rocky bit. The most pointless gate in the world. There it is. Let's get a bit of pace on. Again, on some slippy stuff. It'll get interesting. This is the quarry run, which is one which in places I can find exciting on a mountain bike. It could be kind of interesting. Ooh! Ow! That's barbed wire. Can I get straight over the rocks like I do on a mountain bike? What the hell? I'll take it back on the two-finger braking actually. When it's a bit steeper I've realised I'm going for I am doing two, not one finger should I say. But it's okay. Can give you, if you're doing it for a while, can give you a bit of like hand pump between your thumb and your forefinger. Let's see how much of this I can ride now. So as you can see, I'm not going too technical into detail with this, comparing it with other gravel bikes, because I'm not a gravel bike expert and I won't claim to be. And the worst thing you can do in life is try and pretend that you're an expert at something you're not. Oh, jumpy! Oh! Get this bit. No. Oh, clip pedals. It's ages since I've been on them. I keep forgetting to clip out. It certainly puts a new light on techie muddy trails. It certainly makes them more challenging. This is a trail that I rode to death in my early days of riding. I'm kind of bored of it now. Too easy. But oh no, not anymore. It's fun again. I think the main thing is to trust the bike and trust the tyres. Just a little bit on edge because I don't know what it's going to do. Oh! Oh, my foot hit something then. What the hell was it? So I've come down here, over there, and instead of getting my outside pedal down, outside, I've been pedaling still. And there, look at that, crunch. Look at them there tyres where they've gone. And ended up there. Do you know what, you may be watching this and thinking, oh my god, it seems just like terrifying compared to mountain biking, how easy you can come off and how hard it is to stall and to just come to stops. But do you know what, it's a total new challenge and that's what I love about it. So I am quite excited to put some miles in on this bike. Oh, so over to the other side, Abbey Wood. Trail that I haven't ridden this in like 10 years because there's not much here for a mountain bike. But there's some cool things here to look at. I'll show you one of them. Just up here behind me, which I'll show you in a minute, is the old abbey, and up here you see this hut here. So in the proper olden days, the abbey was full of monks, but when they wanted to escape in the war, there was like a, nah, it doesn't open, it comes into here, and it's a massive long tunnel. It goes about 500 yards that way to the abbey, which I'll show you now. It is. There's the abbey, looking out over good old Shrewsbury. This is what it's all about. Autumn weather, blowy, not too cold. The leaves look amazing as they're all changing colour and dropping the leaves. And I'm just spinning along, uninhibited by mud, because this thing just cuts through it all. Look at that. This is like an old route from, God, you know, imagine this in the 1400s with horses and carts and highwaymen. And coming through it, they're wondering if you were going to get robbed if you were part of the gentry. Whoa, look at that. Imagine owning a house at the end of this, and this being your driveway. I don't think I've ever ridden down here before. I think that's what this bike makes me want to do. I'm quite excited about the thought of exploring for some reason. Similar to an e-bike like that, except with this you're not exploring for crazy trails. Can't be bothered with all these gates and muddy fields. This is something that's pretty mega with a light bike. It's just how easy you can lift it up. No effort whatsoever. Well, that ride off-road has all been in the smaller gear on the front. So I'm finally now on a bit of a roady downhill. Gonna get it into the big one on these electric gears. And then down at the back. And then press them both together. There we go. Simple as that. I don't like riding on the road. I don't mind back lanes. Not stuff like this. Too dangerous, too easy to get knocked off. God, it does roll nice though, wow. And I'm into a headwind. Off the road, obviously a proper roadie would tell straight away, but for me, I mean, I have ridden a fair bit of roadieing back in the day. It just seems the same to me. So definitely a dual purpose bike. So what do I think about this Cannondale Topstone? Really cool. I really like it. The comfort of the ride, I think, is the biggest selling point for me. Just how smooth it rides, how amazingly it shifts through the gears, never misses a beat. The braking's fantastic. I can't really knock it. The only thing I could knock it would be on, like, because I'm used to a mountain bike, and it just, you know, you can't do the same as you can on a mountain bike. But for me, this thing, oh, fantastic. I'm really looking forward to getting out with some mates who ride a lot of gravel and who know some great routes, and to bring you some really cool vlogs on some ace places. That is, if Cannondale let me keep it for a while. Please, Cannondale, I love it. Thank you very much for watching this vlog. Obviously all the information will be linked in the description for this bike, and obviously the other Cannondales we are using. It's been a blast riding this. Make sure you give us a comment on what you think about gravel. If you have any gravel bikes, the sort of riding you do. Have you done some real gnarly stuff and scared yourself? What type of riding do you do? Do you just do gravel? Do you go off-road? Be sure to give us a thumbs up if you like this video. Check out the description for all our other sponsors and some of the affiliates where you can buy stuff that we use at a cheaper rate, and our awesome website where you can buy loads of the pinned merchandise. Thank you for watching. Keep it pinned.